generations. And now, the power of two restores the one.
We got a bidet! Hello everybody, we are here to look at the Batter Up 1, 2, and 3 Conquest. These are the practice conquests that we have so that you can kind of get to know how to do these modes. They are great to go ahead and just jump into, get a couple of stubs, a little bit of XP, and to get a feel for how this mode works. Our first Batter Up situation is basically learning how to take over a territory. Not necessarily a base, but it is to take over a territory. We need to know how to reinforce the territory, which means taking your fans and dispersing them. Also, how to move your fans so you can go from one segment of the board and move fans from it to another. And then here we eventually find out how to simulate games. Of course, you could play the games if you really wanted to, but I really prefer doing the simulating part of it when it comes to the non-base spaces. From there, once we've taken out Pittsburgh, we just want to keep going with the reinforcing and moving and taking over territories until we have the whole thing. Moving on to Batter 2, this is where we learn about stealing fans and also playing against the other bases. Bases you cannot simulate and take over. You have to play a 3-inning game to take care of that. So we first want to make sure that we disperse our troops by moving them along like I am doing here. I love spreading out my troops, or fans I should say in general. I loosely say things between this and the game of Risk since they're very, very similar. But moving our fans around the map, so because the more territories you have, the more fans you get during the reinforce stage. So you want to go ahead and steal fans like we just did a second ago. I will be skipping the actual games just to make these videos more concise. But of course, you want to go to steal fans, rookie, and then win that game. The rest of this map, we are taking charge, heading towards LA. You only have to steal fans one time, so you do not have to do it twice if you don't want to. Just make sure that as you are going through this, you want to make sure to be stacking up your fans, moving them more and more towards LA. Also, you can use that move function like we did a second ago to even pull some of your fans that were left behind to join the moving group. But yeah, we eventually want to get to LA. We want to reinforce our group if we need to, but ultimately win that game against LA and complete the map. The last but not least, Batter Up 3. This is pushing us to learn more about like turn-based objectives. So the very first one is to go to the Red Sox and win that territory on the first turn. And then there's a second one for Washington that we have to win and complete by the third turn. Now, you don't have to have the entire map complete by that time. You are welcome to beat Boston by the first turn, then go after Washington by the third turn, and then just use the reinforce, move, all that good stuff, rinse, repeat until the very end of the map. But as you can see here, you're going to see kind of my strategy with the, moving those fans around the map, making sure I get as many territories as possible. But ultimately, what you want to do is make sure that you can get as many fans as possible before going up against Washington. That way you can lower the difficulty as much as you possibly can. And then once you actually go to play against Washington, win that 3-inning game. Once that's over, take take over the rest of the territories, and then you should be all set. If you enjoy this type of video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Drop a like if you like the video, and drop a comment if you have any questions about any of these 3 maps. They are very, very quick. Like I said, they are kind of the tutorial, but if you have any questions, let us know. And then, as always, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time, and go Tigers.